Coming to you live from Wind Storm 2021 at the American Contractor stage. Check it out, American Contractor Show. Remington and Mathew, you guys all know them from Listen to This Bull.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
It's cool to have you here and not like over there. I don't know. Like I feel like we've done so much virtual stuff
through Zoom.
Yeah. Like this is cool to do in person.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. So we're gonna be talking a little bit here. I don't know if are all the mics up, Sam? Because I know we had one of them down. So make sure that everything's got audio here. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about why you guys came to Win the Storm and a little bit about what's going on here. And we also need to go to your booth later, too, by the way.
You got to come check out my booth. I
yeah,
spent
for sure.
3 months building it just so that you could see it.
I agree.
I
Sam,
even made a pile of shit just for you.
Did you? I saw that. Someone threw it at me. I think Olivia from C3 threw it at me.
It's amazing. It's amazing because it actually acts like a Frisbee. And I want to make
you should have brought
Frisbee
one over
turds for the next Win the Storm.
I might send someone. Where's my team at? Where's the deal? We might send someone over there and grab one of those because we need to show them what we're talking about here because this is
it's
pretty
right
incredible.
there. I could go grab it. I'll be right back.
No, it's all right. We'll get it here in a second.
Yeah?
I think Sam can run over there and get it here in a minute.
It's worth it.
Go grab my turd.
Go grab one of those turds from his booth
right
over
on the grass.
here. So come on now.
I love it.
Dude, I love what you're doing though, for real. I think that your personality, both of you guys, like you guys have like such a cool personality for what you're doing, and just
thanks.
in general, like it's so interactive, and I feel like it's such a great thing for the industry. But how is that going for you?
It's going pretty well. You know, it's an odd channel name. There's my turd. You see how well that flew? I mean, Bernoulli's principle in effect.
It's got like grass in it and everything.
Oh, yeah, legitimate grass.
You spend a lot of time on that.
This has been digested a few times.
This is just like a small preview of what your booth looks like, but it looks like crap.
Smell it.
I don't want to smell it.
You don't want to smell it?
No.
You're afraid to smell it? It's fake.
It's not fake.
It's not. It's a fossil from a dinosaur.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You'd think it'd be a heavy turd.
There you go. Remington, you can have that. So
There you go.
It does throw well, though.
So what's exciting at Win the Storm this year for you guys?
Sleep. I spent the last 3 months building that booth without any sleep, and I'm actually getting more as a vendor at Win the Storm than I was at home, which is really bad, because you know how little sleep you get at these things. But this place is big. You know, it's the biggest one of the year.
This is the one to be at. I mean, there's a
Everybody's
lot
here.
going on. We've got a lot of ton of people here so far. I haven't looked in the rooms yet. How's it look over there? Have you been over there yet?
I haven't been able to walk around. You're the only booth I've really been able to check out.
Well, cool.
And so far, I've only gotten photos of about half of your equipment, so that I can duplicate it.
Nah, dude, it's good to have you here.
I hope
though.
you have a good inventory.
I do. Since this new transition, I had to make an inventory. So.
Did you do the stage just so that your head is above the truck level?
You know what? I did the stage because I found the stage on Facebook Marketplace for really cheap.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I got to have this stage. So I bought this stage and the stage that the Catalyst Group is on. And we were like, we're going to use these for like everything from now on because it's awesome to have a stage.
My last few years of high school, we had a house and I was living in the basement and my toilet was on a stage. It was like a throne, for real. Because it was a slab, and so the drainage had to go through. Can't go into the slab, so I had to go through this thing with this pump.
That's what the stage made you think of, huh?
It had a shit pump, and I'm sitting here, we're
Since
playing
we're on the
with
subject.
shit, and I'm thinking of my ship pump's throne room. You know, that's I don't know.
Nah, dude, this is a cool stage. I like
That's
it.
something to supplement though on insurance claims. So,
Definitely.
you know.
So we'll start taking questions now from the audience.
Question
if
one,
anyone
is there a
has any
lineup?
questions, we have two of the best minds in the PA world and in the adjusting world right here, in the attorney world with Remington and Mathew.
Yep.
And you guys, dude, your show's doing so well.
It's going pretty well, and I really haven't had a chance to focus on it, but Remington and I are going to be focusing on this. We're going to be putting out a lot more of the not live video, but I've been able to take off a lot of hats so that I could really start focusing on this after When the Storm. Starting Monday,
I heard about that.
I'm going to be putting a lot more into it.
I don't know if is that public knowledge?
Tomorrow.
Okay. I may have heard something
There's some things.
behind the scenes. But
The
that's
cat wasn't
awesome.
let out of the bag. We're good.
Okay.
John,
Well,
I'm just glad to be here, seeing everybody. You know,
Right?
like you said, I mean, we've seen each other on Zoom and virtual many times, and it's like, all right.
We've gotten
We're back.
lazy with our relationship
Yeah.
behaviors, I feel like, over the last year.
Yeah.
Because
for
we
sure.
haven't had a whole lot of these types of interactions.
Exactly. For sure.
So, yeah.
For sure.
But, all right, let me ask you a question for both of you guys. What's been the craziest question you've gotten on Listen to This Bull that you were just like, I can't believe that person asked that?
Well, here's the problem is Matt opens the show saying, we'll answer anything. Anything you guys want.
They're usually
We'll
Pate
answer
Smith
it."
questions probably that come in.
Yeah.
Pate loves asking you guys questions.
He does. We give him a little bit
I don't
too
know
much
if he's trying to
license.
stump you, though, or not.
Well, he hasn't been able to yet. So if he's trying, he's failing. You're failing.
Pate is
Terrible.
failing.
There's been underwear
I haven't
questions,
seen
all
him yet.
kinds of stuff.
He is
I haven't
here,
seen
right?
Pate either yet. So I know he's around somewhere, but
Yeah.
we'll find him at some point. But so what's been the craziest question? What's been the one that you're just like,
Last week
why
I
did
got
this
asked
happen?
what brand of underwear I have, and I didn't know the answer. Remington refused to look.
No. I mean, I know we're a duo sometimes, but, you know, there's a line,
I thought we
right?
were
There's a
partners,
line.
man.
I feel like you'd be like a Duluth Trading Co. kind of guy.
Those actually, they appeal to me, but I have a
I
hard
just-
time buying underwear for myself.
I do too. When I go there, I'm like, I can't spend.
Is
what,
it a guy
$40?
thing?
It's like $40,
I know.
and I'm like, that's just.
Who spends $40 on underwear?
I can't do it.
I want them.
I'm just like,
but
I
nobody's
don't
going to
know.
actually do that, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, no. I want
No.
them too, and I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I just can't do it.
I want to
But
see that
here's the
on
thing,
a
too,
personal
though.
property form.
Yeah.
Duluth Trading underwear.
Exactly.
6 sets.
You think State-
$40 a piece.
You think State Farm's going to pay that?
plus shipping.
I mean, they have to,
might-
right?
you think
They
they're gonna
insured
pay
it. Hey,
They might.
they insured it. They got to pay it. So that's
It's
all there
actual
is to
cash
it.
value.
I think there'd be a lot of depreciation
appreciate.
on that.
They appreciate. What are you talking about?
I was gonna say, like, it depends. Like, they depreciate over the course of the use, which for a normal guy, that's like
Yeah.
12 years. So
I mean, you slowly impregnate the material with salt.
I will say though, being in New Orleans though, I have felt like, man, I could really use some really good underwear because
Yeah.
this is like a whole different world than
It's
being back
muggy.
up in Indiana. So
It's muggy. I saw some gnats in my pants yesterday.
wow. I knew that this conversation would go.
Off track.
Yeah,
Off track
absolutely.
a little bit.
Absolutely.
We pulled a pile of shit on
We
the
got
show.
poop. Talking about underwear. We know about his throne.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on right now.
There's a one-track mind here.
Are you guys gonna do a live of the show here?
We were going to. The internet's not doing so well for us.
See, that was my secret weapon.
Did you? What? What
See
did
that
you
box
do?
right there?
Yeah.
That box has 6 SIM cards in it. It is a broadcast level internet connection that we
No
rented.
kidding. So you're
just
pulling in
for this-
6 cellular signals.
Yeah, that's a cancer box. You don't want to get near that thing.
Yeah.
Stay
I
away.
warned my team. That's why we're in high definition 1080p right now.
That's
streaming.
amazing.
Yeah. So
Nice.
It's definitely delayed.
it's delayed, but that is that's no joke right there. That was our secret weapon. It's got an Ethernet port coming out of it into
Dude,
the
that's
computer.
amazing. So
Forward thinking right there, man.
Well, we
It's
kind
similar to
of
do.
learned some lessons. We
you
did
guys
this.
had
we,
that issue at RoofCon, didn't
we
you?
did have that
Yeah.
issue at RoofCon, and so we decided that if we're gonna do it again, we're gonna do it big and we're gonna do it right. And so I did my research, and this is what apparently all the NASCAR guys have, and everyone else. That's where they, or the Indy guys, because when I called to rent it, they assumed that I was an Indy car driver or something.
Really?
That we had like an Indy car team, because they're like, oh, we're shipping this to Indy, so you guys are a race team. I'm like, no, we're not a race team. Because there's a lot of race teams in Indianapolis.
Did they go in the cars, or is it in like the
No,
crew?
so they apparently all the pits have them. So the in the pits they have it so they can communicate back. Everything's computers apparently in that world, just
That's
like anything
amazing.
else. And so, yeah, they use it in their RVs and everything else. And so I was like, dude, that's the thing I need right there.
You ever thought about having a sponsored race for all the contractors' trucks against yours?
No, absolutely
Why
not.
not?
Because there's a Raptor right there.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of shit on it.
It
It's
is
heavy.
It's heavy, but
That's,
this
yeah.
truck is made for.
This is a sleeper.
This is a beauty
That's
truck.
Jurassic Park over there. You know,
This
That's
is
what's going on.
not.
This probably has a monster engine in it, like something is like maybe a Prius engine even, something insane.
No,
No?
not at all.
It only drives 50 miles per hour on the way here.
It is just for looks.
Does it freak you out every time you hit a rock on the windshield or something?
Oh, I got a big one in the windshield right now. Yeah, and I daily drive this truck. Like people were
You
like,
really?
yeah, I do. I drive this truck every day.
You clean the shit out of your tires when you bring it in here, don't you?
Yeah, I mean it's. I had to go wash it, but I drive this truck to work every day. I mean it goes out, so I mean it's not like it just sits it doesn't just sit around,
Right.
This is a daily driver.
Have
I
you
just
had any
got
trouble with this
Kevlar
wrap
tires.
at all?
Not yet. So the wrap I was really specific about.
Okay.
I went. If you guys watched the episode about the wrap, I went to the best person I could find, and I spent a lot of money on this wrap. But the reality is, like, this is 3M. Like, it's the top of the grade, like, best stuff there is. The guy that designed it. A lot of people keep coming by asking about the designer on this. Guy named Joe Garriott. He's in Indianapolis. Coincide Design. The guy that installed the wrap, though, he actually passed away. So we did a tribute for him, and I actually took the truck and drove it around the loop in Indianapolis with a whole bunch of other guys, other cars that were wrapped by him, and the whole car community in Indy came together. It was pretty cool that we got to take the truck out on that for him.
I mean,
But
he did exceptional.
It looks
job.
great.
yeah,
Looks
he did a
great.
phenomenal job on it. He spent a lot of time on it, and I actually need to get some work done to it just because we changed added some more sponsors.
Yeah.
And so I put all the sponsors back there on purpose. So that was the only thing that has to be replaced. And we were going to do it, and literally I had just texted him about that, and then he was
I feel like you're missing
had an
one.
accident. I think I am missing one.
A big
I
one.
love it. I love it.
That's because we had to update it.
Okay.
So it's coming. It's coming.
He has a question for us.
We got a question?
What
What's the question? We'll take some live questions here.
you just shoot
Anything.
Anything to a PA or an attorney about any litigation or public adjusting
Richie's
questions.
got a
this is the
question.
place to do it.
Don't you, Richie?
I think Boris has a question.
No.
If it's a betting
Everybody's-
question, go
Boris has a
Gonzaga,
question.
people. Hey, Boris.
Turn
Boris.
right.
Boris, what's your question?
You got a question for Mathew Mulholland? You can come up here. We got an extra mic if you want.
Yes, it is.
That's
it took
not a
me
question.
3 hours to pump that out. Yeah, and a lot of coffee.
Come on
Come
up,
on,
dude.
Boris.
Let's grab that other mic. You
Don't
just need to
step
turn
in
it
the
on.
shit.
Yeah, don't step in that, though. Yep, should be
It's
on.
pretty resilient. You
Test
actually
one.
can't
It's,
put a footprint in it. I tried
go.
to on one of them.
We got Boris
Come-
coming on from
we should have another
Premier
chair somewhere, but
Claims.
just come on up.
So what kind of questions do we have?
I don't know, dude. You tell us.
Let me ask you a question.
Let's go.
Okay.
Shoot.
In the state of Georgia, appraisal is probably one of the most difficult
Ooh,
processes
that's a fun
in
question.
anywhere in the country, I would say.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter if the carrier has paid for full replacement and pricing is an issue, which appraisal is perfect for in the state of Georgia.
Right.
And they still deny it. How does that change? How do we change this? How do we actually change this?
That's a great question. And you're going to have to go through the courts. There is a horrible law. Everybody knows that practices in Georgia, whether you're a PA contractor or an attorney, Land v. Allstate. That's what's really putting the hurdles on appraisal moving forward in Georgia. What I have done in the past, though, is a situation like you just said. Scope's the same, price is different. However, they don't want to go in appraisal. I do what's called a deck action, file it with the court, ask the court if we should go to appraisal or not. Typically, when I do that, things settle out, and they'll say, "Hey, let's go into appraisal." But big picture, we got to overturn.
Why do they decide at that point that they're going to go to appraisal?
Because they know they're going to lose, that they're doing the wrong thing. Like the fact pattern that Boris gave
But why
us.
does it take an attorney to have to do that?
Exactly. Like if
Let
you
me
have
give
a
a little bit of
$12,000 roof,
Yeah. Let me give a little-
$12,000 roof. I mean, how many contractors are going to be hitting you up to file a deck action, right? As great
Right.
as that is,
Right.
you know, the action needs to be taken place in the contractor level, maybe
Honestly,
even the PA level.
And it's worse on the smaller claims than it is the big ones. The larger the claim is, the easier it is to get to appraisal. They're okay with it. But on the small ones, it's so bad in Georgia that if you have one line item different from one scope to the next, one line item, they'll say, well, that's a difference of scope. That's not appraisable. They'll deny it. Department of Insurance doesn't care.
Right.
The DOI also, when you ask them about it, they'll actually post the descending argument on Land v. Allstate as their case law. The Department of Insurance doesn't even realize that this is a problem. This is something that we brought up, Remington and I, as members of GAPIA. GAPIA has brought up to the Department of Insurance quite a bit. We are trying to fix this regulatorily, which could happen within the next year, Boris. There is a way to fix this,
right, and
it could be with replacing the standard fire policy on many states with an HO3 as the basic minimum coverage. And if you have that, then the appraisal language from the HO3 would apply to every peril, which is the biggest issue that we have with the standard fire policy only being fire and lightning. So it could be fixed through regulation.
It could be, but it's a fantastic question. It really is, because it's a problem. It's a major
well, it's not
problem.
It's not just Georgia though. It's Kansas. Kansas is a bad one too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And I mean, you look at Kansas, where a public adjuster can't even represent a policyholder if it's a residential claim.
Yeah.
You know, as a public adjuster, we
and
can
then
only represent.
how do you differentiate between a residential and a commercial claim in that state?
Well, I mean, you look at, I mean, if it's a home,
the type of
It's a
policy.
home or
yeah,
if it's okay.
Yeah, it depends on the policy, right? If
Right.
you have
Right.
a homeowner's policy,
Right.
Yeah.
Then you're screwed.
then you're screwed. I mean, you know, different states put insureds in really bad positions depending on where they're at. But I mean, I don't think I really see any other state as bad. Not great. I mean, you could be in Colorado and they can deny an appraisal. That's not saying they can't deny appraisal anywhere, but it's just the most difficult process in the state of Georgia
It's
that
terrible.
I've seen
It
anywhere
is.
in the country.
And it's BS. John, you're asking, well, why are they doing it? I mean, they know they're wrong. Well, why are they doing it? It's a business decision. A lot of policyholders aren't going to hire an attorney and take that step, and that percentage, they're saving money at the end of the day.
They
I
will
mean, that's
lose
what
an
it is.
appraisal.
Right.
That's what it is.
I mean, they
It
can either
really is.
spend all this money and pay out the claim, which they're going to have to do an appraisal and pay for their appraiser, or they can say no. They know that they're not going to have attorney's fees to pay for, even if you sue. A certain percentage of people won't sue. They'll just give up.
Right.
And they know if they put that gate in front of them, that they're going to have less
So
outcome.
crazy.
It is a business decision.
Yeah, it is.
There's no one slapping their hand in Georgia.
Exactly. And what Matt said, Matt's the president of GAPIA. I'm on the board of GAPIA. We've been working with the
I'm a member
Department
of GAPIA.
Boris is a member of GAPIA. John will be at some point. We'll talk about that.
I like GAPIA.
Yeah, you should.
I like them on Facebook.
Hey.
He likes them on Facebook. We have all this in common, guys. But we're working with the Department of Insurance and pushing legislation to change this because it's a problem. It really is. It really is. Major problem. And like you said, Matt, like it's worse for smaller claims because you got these $12,000 residential claims with no remedy, and these homeowners are just sitting there with a broken roof.
They can't do anything. They can't even go to mediation.
Right.
And there's nothing.
100%.
So crazy, so insane. But
It is.
I'm
It is,
thankful
man.
that you guys are out there fighting these battles though, because this is affecting people in such terrible ways though. Because you got to think like at that moment in time, that poor policyholder is left with like barely any remedies.
Yep.
And
It'd be a
sucks.
simple fix. All they have to do is define amount of loss. The state could define it.
Yeah,
Simple.
yeah.
That's exactly right. If there is one screw on an estimate that's submitted to the carrier, and the carrier does not have that screw in their Xactimate, they can deny appraisal.
Or even like a toilet throne room
What's that?
stage.
They can
That
deny
line
it.
item.
It's-
With
it's
what if
insane.
they had this in the booth?
A
the
pile
claim.
of shit?
Yes,
A shit frisbee.
yes. There we go.
I am going to make those. It'd be so easy to do. I want to throw shit frisbees at everybody at this convention.
But ones that explode all over them.
You go too far, Boris.
Like when it leaves your hand, it's fine. It's the second they hit an insurance
What if-
carrier.
Yeah.
That's the only time they explode.
That's perfect.
You ever seen Westworld, right? Where they shoot you, and like if you're a human, it just nothing happens. That's what
We
I
know the
envision.
adjusters. They have to get hit with a shit frisbee as on their way in, so we can catch the imposters.
Next year in college spring break, people are going to be just throwing shit frisbees all over the beach.
Thanks to Mathew Mulholland
Yes.
and his crap frisbee business. Good for you, man. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
I love it. Oh, man. Hey,
Guys.
when's the next summit?
Next summit's like in 2 weeks. You're gonna be there.
Yeah, I got to fly out
I
there.
don't know if you'll be there. Will you be there?
I didn't know it was in 2
Are you
weeks.
gonna be there?
I
I
need
wasn't
to
invited.
get that thing. Yeah,
You were
Maybe.
invited.
I was
I'll talk to you about it later.
maybe.
I was
I
invited.
like it on
Say.
Facebook.
You liked it on Facebook?
Oh, for sure.
April 15th and 16th. It's the American Contractor Storm Summit.
If he gets out there, he could be on stage with me, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
We can do you guys could do a live listen to this bull from the stage if you wanted to.
Hell yeah. Oh, we're totally doing that. I'm using all your equipment.
Well, you know what's cool about the summit is the backdrop is actually a giant screen.
Really?
So you can give me
Can you
any
imagine
graphic
how
you want.
big
Dude,
a
everything.
turd we could put on that thing?
You can
a
you
nice
could
setup.
totally do that.
That's
Yeah,
a big pile
absolutely.
of bullshit.
Yeah. Let's,
Hey,
We
Remington
can
and I were
start
just
breaking it
talking. This is a beautiful setup
It
you got
is,
here.
man.
The truck,
Thank
the
you.
bikes,
Thank you.
the presence
Beautiful.
of you,
Yeah,
your
right.
beautiful wife standing in front of us.
I know,
mean,
right?
this is the team right here.
Right.
Yeah, we got a great team. I will
Guys,
say
this is
that.
A+ stuff, man. A+, for sure.
No, thank you guys for coming over here and making it legit.
Thank you
At the
for
end of
letting
the
me
day,
hop
like
on.
this is just a tool. Like what we do here is all about you guys, and ultimately, it's all about the contractors and helping the
Absolutely.
industry. So
I got to tell you one thing, though. You actually have airflow here,
I know.
and I can wear the jacket, and it's okay. At my booth, I'm sweating balls. It's horrible.
He's got airflow. He's
We
got
may
the
have
internet,
bribed
he's
some
got
people
the
for
lights.
that.
I'm putting a lot of salt in my underwear.
Yeah, we live here. We sleep in the truck. It's all good.
Right, just pop open that
Matt
bed
shouldn't
right
have
there.
came over here. He's getting a little
shouldn't.
salty. Getting a little salty over there.
Now, guys, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah.
If you're at Win the Storm, if you're watching this while you're doing other stuff, maybe you're in the main stage and you'd rather watch us. It's cool. I get it. Make sure to stop by Matt's booth and Boris's booth.
But mainly Matt's. I mean, he's got like a bull that he spent.
Dude, that bull
months.
is insane. We're gonna go over there and
months.
shoot some stuff at some point, I'm sure. So
Yeah, come over there, man.
And he's got shit frisbee, so
We
make sure you stop by.
we actually have a
gonna be a new
mobile
thing.
setup that we can walk around here with and be live and broadcasting.
Please come over.
I'll come by.
All right, cool.
All right,
Let's
cool.
do it.
Wow.
You
We'll
too,
shut
Boris.
it off. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll be
Thank you.
back on in a little while. We're at Win the Storm. Stop by the booth. I'd say come get a shirt, but they're all gone for the day. So,
Oh, can I plug something real quick?
yeah.
11:45 on Thursday is the breakout session. Bullshit that insurance companies feed you. Come see us, room 230.
Are you taking some of that?
I will have a turd there.
We're going
For
to be
you to
giving
touch.
away a pile of shit.
Wow. All right. Go to that. We'll see you guys later.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Thanks so much for watching today's show. Make sure to like and subscribe our pages so that you can stay up to date with every episode. And by the way, this show is all about you, the American Contractor. Be sure to comment and let us know what you want to hear about and what subjects you want us to touch on. We'll be sure to include them in a future episode. Thanks again, and I hope you have a great day.